Help me. The day the world almost looked away. The sun was beginning to sink behind the mountains, painting the sky with soft orange and bruised purple hues. It should have been beautiful, but for Aaliyah, beauty was the last thing she felt. Her name was Aaliyah Johnson. She was 15 years old. She was black. She was disabled. And today, she was terrified. The dirt road beneath her feet was uneven, cruel to her weakened leg. Every step hurt, but she tried not to show it. Her crutch tapped against the rocks, the sound echoing louder than her heartbeat. Behind her, she heard laughter. Sharp, mocking, familiar. She knew those voices. They belonged to kids she saw every day at school. The ones who whispered when teachers turned away, the ones who tripped her in hallways and laughed when she fell, the ones who called her broken, like she was something defective. "Come on, Aaliyah," one of them said. "Why are you walking so slow?" She didn't answer. She had learned that silence was sometimes safer. Another voice chimed in. "What? Cat got your tongue? Or is your leg acting up again?" Laughter exploded behind her. They had followed her after school. She knew they would. She had taken the long way home, hoping to lose them. Instead, she ended up here, on a narrow trail near the cliffs outside town. Her stomach twisted. "Please," she said quietly. "Just leave me alone." That only made it worse. "Ah, did you hear that?" a girl mocked. She said please. One of them stepped forward and kicked her crutch. It snapped. Aaliyah screamed as she fell to the ground, her hands scraping against sharp gravel. Pain shot through her leg like fire. She tried to crawl, dragging herself forward, but they surrounded her. "Look at her," someone laughed. "She can't even stand." Her heart pounded so hard she thought it might burst. "You think you're special?" a boy said, grabbing her backpack and throwing it aside. "Always acting like a victim." "I am a victim," she whispered. Tears streaming down her face. They didn't care. They dragged her closer to the edge. The cliff loomed ahead, steep, jagged, unforgiving. Below it, nothing but rocks and emptiness. Aaliyah saw it then. The end. Her breathing turned frantic. "Please. I can't. I won't tell anyone. I swear." One of them rolled their eyes. "Relax. It's just a little push." That's when fear became something else, something primal. She screamed, "Help me." Her voice cracked, raw and desperate, carried by the wind down into the valley below. She screamed again, louder this time, using everything she had left. "Please, someone help me." Hands shoved her. The world disappeared. For a moment, she was weightless. Then pain exploded. Her body slammed against rocks as she tumbled downward. Every impact stole her breath. Her head hit hard, and darkness crept into the edges of her vision. She landed in a twisted heap, barely conscious, her leg bent at an impossible angle. Blood soaked into the dirt beneath her. Above, the laughter stopped. Panic replaced it. "Oh my God," someone whispered. "She's not moving. Let's go. Now." Footsteps retreated. Silence returned. Aaliyah lay there, broken, cold, fading. She thought of her mother, of mornings when her mom brushed her hair gently, promising her that the world wasn't always cruel. She thought of the dreams she never talked about, college, independence, a life where she didn't feel invisible. Tears slid down her cheeks. "I don't want to die," she whispered. Her voice was barely a breath. But the mountain heard her. Far below the cliff, the growl of engines cut through the quiet. Two motorcycles rolled along the valley road, their headlights piercing the dusk. The riders were talking, laughing, until one of them lifted his head. "Did you hear that?" The other cut his engine. A faint sound drifted down, weak, broken. "Help!" They looked at each other. Without a word, they turned their bikes toward the cliff. They climbed fast, boots crunching against rocks. When they reached her, both men froze. Aaliyah was covered in blood. Her body trembled uncontrollably. "Oh, hell," one of them muttered, dropping to his knees beside her. He carefully took off his leather jacket and wrapped it around her shoulders. Hey, you're not alone," he said, his rough voice trembling. "Stay with us, okay?" Her eyes fluttered open. She saw patches, beards, leather. She was scared until she saw his eyes. They were gentle. "You're safe," the other man said softly. "We've got you." She tried to speak, but only a sob came out. They called for help immediately. One stayed by her side, holding her hand, refusing to let go even when her grip weakened. "Don't close your eyes," he said. "Talk to me. What's your name?" "Aaliyah," she whispered. "That's a beautiful name," he said. "You're strong, Aaliyah. Stronger than you know." Sirens echoed in the distance. She didn't pass out. She fought. At the hospital, doctors worked through the night. Broken bones, internal injuries, trauma. But she survived, and this time the world listened. Investigators followed the trail. Witnesses came forward. Messages were uncovered. The truth couldn't hide anymore. The bullies were arrested. Aaliyah woke up days later, sore and scared, but alive. Her mother cried when she saw her. The men who found her visited too, standing awkwardly at the door, unsure if they belonged there. Aaliyah smiled at them. "You saved me," she said. One of them shook his head. "No, you saved yourself. We just heard you." Months passed. Aaliyah learned to walk again. Slower, stronger, louder. She told her story. And when she spoke, people listened because a girl the world tried to silence refused to disappear. Her scream didn't end her life. It began her voice.